All right, so in order for you to make money as a forex trader on the forex market, then your predictions on the forex market or your predictions on the financial market or the chart has to be very, very right. Imagine you predict an upside move or an upside, you are in a trade for buys and the market sells, which is market goes to the downside, you are definitely losing money, you feel me, and all of that. And so which is why in this particular video I am here to actually break down how I analyze a setup that I am currently in. I'm in a trade that is actually running. It is currently running. I'm in two trades. One is NZD-CHF and the other is Euro-GBP. So yes, without wasting much of precious times, I think I'm gonna get straight inside the video. But first off, way before we get right inside the video, hit on the subscribe button and be part of the Forever Successful family. Bro, we are on a road to $100 million, as well as on a road to how do I call it, like Forever Successful, you feel me, and all of that. So yeah, without wasting much of your precious time, let's get straight into it. But first off, make sure you guys keep God first, and then God is the ultimate key, you feel me. God is the, I don't know how to put it, but God is the I don't know, like God is the greatest of all time, you feel me. Yes, God is the greatest of all time. So I'm in my chart right now, and yes, these are the two trades that I'm in. Euro GBP, this is the Euro GBP, and then NZD CHF. So let's look at the trade right now. So what should we start with? I think we should start with like the NZD CHF. So let me clear everything and then let's get straight into the video. All right, so when I open my chart like this, assuming this is a blank chart that I open, what I usually spot is my highs and my lows, which is demand and supply levels, where price could be actually buying and selling from, you feel me. So this is a demand zone slash a support zone, because we only get to buy from demand or support zone. They are kind of like a floor that if price hits, it bounces to the upside, like some kind of like a force over there that pushes price to the upside. Now and so if market happen to like come on this particular point in the near future, we buy, because in the past when market got here, market bought to the upside drastically, and so that is what we are expecting, you feel me. And then this is another demand zone, a lot of buying pressure on this particular one. And then I spot my supply as well. This is a supply that market actually sold drastically from, you feel me. And so I have these three levels, and hopefully these three levels are okay. Let me just add this particular one. Yeah, so these are my demand zones, and these are my supply zones, supply slash resistance, and demand slash support. So price kind of like play within these two levels, you feel me. When market get to a previous demand zone that in the past market has kind of like reacted to that zone for a while, or even for once, bro, you can buy, you feel me. Yes, and I deal with support and resistance also, you feel me. So yes, I trade the demand and supply as alias the support and resistance, and then market structure is very, very key. Market structure in every aspect of the forex market or the chart, you feel me. Yeah, so after spotting all these moves or all these demand and supply zones, what is left for me to do is to spot a trend line, to find a trend line. Is there a trend line moving, or is there a trend line you feel me, and all of that. So I spotted this particular trend line. I noticed the market created a low, a second touch, and then obviously a third touch. So this is a first touch, a second, and then a third touch on the trend line. And after the trend line, this is where market structure come in. I don't just get on the market immediately. I waited for extra confirmations for a structure break. So this was the previous, market created a low, a lower high, a lower low, and so we were supposed to continue with this particular pattern. Or because the reason why we were supposed to continue this particular pattern is because the characteristics of a bearish market is a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. What we really don't want to see whenever we are moving to the downside is a break of a high. If we break a high like this, what do you expect? A shift of structure, which is market is about to turn, because there are a whole lot of like buying momentum coming in, or like buyers are coming into the market, you feel me. Yes, and all that. And so just after we broke this particular resistance zone, which is the lower high, this is it. So market actually came a drop to create a lower low, equal highs, which means price is actually finding difficulties in breaking this zone, and it shifted back. And not only is price rejecting this particular zone to shift back, but then again, if you look closely, you can see that market has created some sort of like a reversal pattern, an inverse head and shoulder. This is it, the basics. This is the basics, bro. So if you don't know the basics, you gotta like go back and learn, bro. So this is it. So anytime market creates either a double button or a head and shoulder, a triple top or a triple button, then you know that market is about to reverse. You feel me? So like market created this thing, and I waited for a retest. You know, you don't just enter the trade like that. I waited for a candle closure to give me confirmation that indeed market actually broke out of this particular high, and then it retested. So I entered right over here for the buys. I went on the H1. You know, the H4 is actually for the main analysis, and then the how do I call it, the 30-minute, the H1, 15, and the H5 are for like the entry confo, you feel me, and all of that. But with this particular one, I didn't waited for any extra confluence or entry confirmations on either these time frames that I mentioned, or because like my stop loss could cover the recent low. You feel me? That's how you need to play stop loss. It needs to be like below the recent low. You feel me? You don't have to like have a fixed like amount of stop loss or a fixed amount of pips that you need to risk in terms of stop loss. You have to let market structure decide and all of that. So this is actually my stops right below this particular low. So yes, I'm aiming for this particular point. Let's see how price is going to go, and this move is going to be like 101 pips. So I'm risking I don't know, on this particular one I'm risking like a $50 for God knows, like so the risk to reward is 1:6 RR, you feel me? Yes. So with this particular trade we are good. Let's see how it goes. We are still in profit, and then let's go on the other one, and when I'm done I'll show you guys how the trade is actually running on my MT5. So you guys know I'm on a Pro Firm challenge that like I'm still on the phase 1, bro. I don't know why I keep getting stuck on phase 1, like bro, it's been quite a long time. This time I need to pass phase 1 and then get to know what's out there, bro. That is all what's it's in my mind right now. And so bro, I've spent a whole lot of time on phase 1, which is so bad, but I'm down on this particular one for like I think almost 5%, and if this trade happens to play out, then I'm gonna make a whole lot of money on this. I'm gonna recover the losses and make on top an additional profit, you feel me? So like yes, let's do the same thing for this particular one. So let's spot the highs and lows. So this is my high, sorry. So this is my high. Where is it, bro? Where is it? This is my high. This is a high, and this is a low. This is a low because how do I say? This is a demand zone, and this is a supply zone. A supply zone because price sold from here, and a demand zone because when price was moving to the downside, this was where price actually bounced up from. You feel me? And so yes, this is a supply zone, and we can go on and spot all these zones, but bro, they are not really necessary right now. We need to like be around where we have current price, you feel me? Or we need to be around where price is actually current. So yes, this is actually how the chart is looking. So this is how the chart is actually looking. And so what I need to do next is, you guys know the trend line. I should actually check if there is a trend line or if there is market respecting a trend line somewhere, you feel me, and all of that. You know, market was supposed to trade all the way up to this particular level, but for some reasons it is coming back. So we can see market wants to trade back into this particular demand zone. And mind you, I've told you guys, whenever we are moving to the upside, what we don't want to see is a break of a low. So if market is moving to the upside, they have to keep a trend like this: higher highs, higher low, higher high. Then immediately we break past or we violate a low in an uptrend, the price or the market is no more in an uptrend. And so I went on and I spotted this particular trend line move, a first touch, second touch, and then as you can see, a third touch. So it could be that, or yes, that's why you always have to wait for market to make a move before you follow. So market actually rejected from this particular third touch, and then it created a low over here. This was the low that market created. This was the low that market created. This was a low, a high, a low, a higher low, and then a lower high, and then a break of it. You feel me? So after the break of this particular low, I went for my entry on the let me show you how I entered this particular trade. So I use market structure any day, you feel me? So like this is where I actually spotted the entry. Bro, my chart is actually okay. Okay, so this is where I actually spotted the entry on this particular trade. So I waited for a break of the low, which is this particular low. You can see how market has struggled over here. This can also serve as an area of interest, which is an AOI, area of interest. All right, so market rejected. So market has actually reacted on this particular zone for a while. You feel me? And so yes, I waited for a pushback into this particular zone, and then a candle closure as a shift of structure for the entry confirmation. As you can see, we were moving to the upside for the retest, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. If I switch to line chart, you can see, so higher high, higher low, equal highs, equal low, lower high, a break of it. So after the break and candle closure over here, this ginormous bearish candle closure, I entered and I put my stop loss right above this particular high. You feel me? And then I am targeting, that's for the entry, and then I am targeting here, this particular low. You get, so this is how the trade is actually looking. So this is how the trade is actually looking. We are in profit, and so I feel like I should show you guys how the trade is actually looking right now on my MT5. No capping. So no capping over here. So this is how the trade is actually looking. I don't know if you guys can see. Euro GBP and NZD-CHF. I'm currently in blues right now. Trade is actually running and all of that. And so yes, if you want to be part of my free signal Telegram channel, the link is going to be right inside the description. Go hit on the link and go join the Forever Successful team. Yes, so I'm gonna wrap it up all over. So I'm gonna wrap it up over here, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one and all of that. Make sure you guys stay safe. Keep God first in anything you do, and it's definitely gonna be well with you. This is how I analyze my market structure, your levels, and then support and resistance. And it actually takes a whole lot of practice to like better or be best or be better at this. You don't just wake up and then be good. You feel me? Yes. So yes, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. In the next video, I'm gonna keep you guys updated on how the trade actually went. If it's gonna reverse and give us a loss, so shall it be. But if it's gonna be a profit, alhamdulillah. I'm gonna catch you out.